All right, folks, how you doing? RussellTroopResults303.com. Check out the website. Link in the description box. Mind, body, spirit, fitness, putting the healing back in health. Giving you a little food for thought, hopefully to help you on your journey in life. This one is going to be on reflective meditation, reflecting about your day. So I just finished my first spiritual retreat this past weekend. It was only like a 2-day, well, Friday night, all Saturday, half a Sunday. It's about a 2-day. I'm definitely gonna go back. Gonna have to do like a 3, 4, 5 day something. It's very enlightening. This one was with a class, at least with the mine was with the Knights of Columbus. I don't know if you can see. There's like the front of our packet, but one of the great things is we started with was the reflective meditation, and even at the beginning of prayer or anything like that, he said just taking a minute to sit, relax, and understand that God is with you. Of course, he's with us at all times, but just being aware at that moment, God is there. Jesus is there. Be aware of his presence. Whatever you can use to help you be able to understand that and be aware of God's presence, do it. Now, next it was going to be just reflect on where God has been present in your life in the future or in the past. So where has God been present? We've got to be able to understand that, like we say, bad things happen for a reason, or why did that happen to me? Reflect on it. How, since whatever happened to you 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, how now can you look back on where you're at in your journey and see how that actually was helpful to you? For me, being younger, 33, and starting my spiritual journey more about 27, 28, I sat down and started making my list, right? And in my list, I'm not going to read too much off, but in my list, this is where I was able to see where God, a lot of the negative things that had happened to me in the past, that could have been where God was present in my life. And it's strange when you start seeing these things like partying with friends, how things kind of turned out when I really reflected on those situations. Like, well, it could have been a lot worse. Or if that didn't happen, I would be in this situation, which would still be worse than where I'm at now. And once I was able to actually sit there and think about it, God was probably present in a lot of the bad situations that happened to me a long time ago that led me to where I'm at. It kind of reminds me of that story, that picture where it's the footprint poem, and it talks about, where were you, God, when I only saw one set of footprints there? And that's where God says, well, that's where I carried you. You weren't able to journey on that alone. That's why there was only one step, because you needed me more than you ever knew during that time. Read that. That'll uplift you every once in a while. But next, then I started to see, good things that were happening in my life, and where God was in and around me, and I was aware of him. And that's where I made a video on pride. When pride is a good thing. Check out that video. I'm horrible at putting stuff in the description box, folks, even when I say I will. Search the channel real quick. It's going to be in the spirituality or motivation. Could be in the Catholicism or spirituality, however I labeled it. But look in there, when pride is a good thing, And then I was able to see, like, wow, I did that. That was really good, And then as in these last 5 years, I was able to see, wow, I did that. That was really good. I did that. It was awesome. And I did that. That was awesome. Now, of course, there's only like 3 or 4 of them, but, well, 3 or 4 of them compared to the 10, 12, 13, whatever it was of the negative things where God was present. But then I started to see that shift to where, man, there's not really any bad areas of my life that I could think of at the moment where God had been present in the last 3, 4 years. Of course, there's always going to be those downfalls in the future. Just because you decided to try to build that relationship with God doesn't mean that nothing bad's ever going to happen. But, I'm able to see now where trying to become aware of God, my spirituality, my spirit, my soul, Jesus, and things like that, great things are happening. So once again, it's just sit there, reflect 10, 15 minutes, be aware of God, be aware of his presence in your life. Where you sit right now could be right there. And then just reflect on your past life and certain situations in your life, good or bad, and see and kind of try to play it out and think to yourself, was God there during that moment or not? And I think you'll be surprised at how often God is walking with you, when of course He's with us all, at all times. He's everywhere at all times. But just stop and reflect on life situations and see where it goes. This was actually the most powerful exercise of the whole retreat for me. So I know it can be very powerful for you as well. So once again, I hope this helps. Subscribe to the channel, share and like these videos.